Hello, influencers. How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. My name is Itunu. Welcome to another exciting. Actually, I'm very excited today. Today is my birthday. Yes. For some of you who had known, I made a post in the morning, when I was going to church. Thank you so much. Welcome to another exciting edition of No Host Bird with IT. If you are coming across the channel for the first time, this is a place where we say the way it is. No holds bird. Okay, so today is my birthday. Thank you so much for everyone, to all of you. Those who had reached out via YouTube, Facebook, those who called personally, WhatsApp messages, my church members. Oh my goodness, I'm still having a swell day. I got a lot of surprises. I was like, okay, what's good? Okay. Is she a good person? No. Because even Christ himself said no one is good. Yeah, no one is good. Or you just you can't be everything to everybody, but you can be something to some people. There are some people who will say, oh, if not for that man, if not for that woman, I won't be here today. There are some people who say, I can't even stand his God. I can't stand her God. So you can't satisfy. What am I saying? You can't satisfy everybody. Just do your best and leave the rest. Christ himself said, I'm not good. He wasn't good. So when they wanted to cajole him, I said, okay, good Lord. He said, no one is good. They wanted to be moral. You understand? So when people are trying to be moral, oh, you are good, nobody is like this, they lie. So thank you so much. Let me allow my new subscribers to subscribe. Then when I come back, I'll tell you so much. I just wanted to gist you today. I don't want to go into political issues in Nigeria or your pastor's issue, because someone on my graduating platform, WhatsApp platform, will say tire is like, problem is like tire. They finish. So today is for me. By tomorrow, we'll continue with your other roles. Okay, let's go. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. It was a pleasant surprise today, because actually, should be told, that thing I did while going to church in the morning, I didn't plan it. Honestly, take it or leave it. I was just going, and something thoughts began to flow into me. I said, okay, let me just, before I get to church, let me just drop this, all right? And when I came back, I said, okay, let me still talk to you some more. I don't really know why I'm doing this, because even me, I'm not a social media person. You won't see me making posts on the social media like that. A lot of my friends know. A friend of mine will say, change this to your DP. It's a thing. He will say, see, change your Facebook photo. It has been there for, so I don't, when WhatsApp came in Nigeria, I had a phone that doesn't have WhatsApp. So someone said, okay, I'll connect with you on WhatsApp. I say my phone doesn't have it. I said, what? Not that I couldn't afford, but I'm not a phone freak, So I'm just, but I just felt that let me share this with us today. Maybe it will bless someone. All right. I want us to know that with my own life, I'm able to establish that there are things in life that happens that you won't have explanation for. Okay. There are things that are happening in our lives, in your life, in my life, that I won't be able to say, okay, this is why, this is the reason. That's why we cannot question God. Let me quickly show you what happened in church today. You saw when I was going to church. Let me show you what happened in church. Then I'll come back, we'll talk some more. how was Thanksgiving? Today is Thanksgiving in my church, Redeemed Christian Church of God. Laura, thank you so much, everybody. I'm so blessed. I'm surrounded by a lot of people. Now, did you notice something in that video? Our husbands, why don't you dance? People dance. That dance was a lot of it was women basically. Men, they were just sitting down. Why don't you dance? Can you share with me in the comment section why you don't dance? And you go to clubs, you go to parties. When you get to church, you are shaming shy, but you go to parties. All right, so it's awesome. So there are a lot of things. We took photographs. I had nice time with my people, my church member. She's a July baby. She'll be 16 in a few weeks. We're planning big, right? So I was saying that there are things that happens in life that we don't have answers to. And unfortunately, we won't have our answer to them. I've had people say, when we get to heaven, we'll be sorting it out. There is no talking there. You won't get there and you begin to do talking. No, because there won't be any need for it. You won't have any need to get to Baba God and be saying, so that thing that happened that time, why did it happen? Who do you want to ask questions? That is why whatever we do, wherever we are, whatever is happening, let us just enjoy the moment. Let us just, trust God, knowing that the plans he said the plans he has for us are okay. Cake was involved. I didn't even plan it. It was a surprise. I got me a cake, and so God, the only takeaway, the only thing you want to hold on to is that God is the author and finisher of your faith, and that whatever it is that you are going through, He knows the best. That thing you think that you are thinking that okay, this is what you might think that, oh, it is a pair of shoe you need, and God say no. For now, you only need pants, right? But you wanted that shoe desperately, but God is saying, it is pants I want to give you now. So what am I saying? When you ask for something and it's not coming forth, don't beat yourself to it. Don't say, yeah, no, 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 no. That's why a lot of people run into problem. I'll share my story a little bit with you. I I was informed that for 3 days my mother was in labor with me. All right. Now you can women in the house, you know what that means. Someone can be in labor for 2 3 hours and some unpleasant things will happen. To make it more scary, she wasn't in labor in the hospital. No, it was in the birth attendant place in the village. Yeah. So it wasn't as if there was some hygienic environment. You know what I mean? And yours truly was in the womb for 3 days. Did she refuse to come out? Maybe she saw the environment. No, I'm not coming out. you know? Maybe she peeped and she said, oh, this environment, not to me. So on the third day, she came eventually. Imagine 3 days, a woman, 3 days in labor. That was huge. So that's why I know that I'm a special child. And honestly, God has been kind. I have escaped death a lot of time. I was told that something happened when I was about 6 years old. A car narrowly missed me. It was I ran across the road. I crossed the road, major road. It was the brake, the sound of the brake of the car that jolted everybody around. You know, I ran across. The man came out, he was shaking. Everybody was rolling on the floor. Hey, thank you, God. So one day I was telling my elder brother, I said, this incident happened some years where we were just talking. He said one happened when I wasn't even conscious of my being. I was a baby. I crawled to the road. Back then, my mother had a store, provision store by the side of the road. So she didn't know when I crawled away from inside the shop to the main road. They said it was as a break. And my brother said that day, he said, nobody can kill this girl. Okay, a lot of things have happened after that to them. So, what am I saying? Parents, hand over your children to God. Like I said, I don't know why I'm doing this video, but I think it will bless someone. After you had prayed, after you had given your life, which is important, the major thing, that's the major. After you have given your life to Christ, you have prayed over your children, hand them over to God. Because even with them with you, you can't protect them. I was with my mother in the store and I crawled to the street. She didn't know when I crawled away. So, when you are agitated about your children, what you are telling God is that He's not capable. I used to make an analogy. If you have a 3-year-old and you came back from work, wherever, and you see the child just in a corner like this, and you say, maybe Tope, Tolu, James, David, what happened? What's wrong with you? And the child say, mommy, daddy, I'm worried. What will we eat tonight? What will you say? You just will be like, what's wrong with you? That is what happens when we worry. That is how God look at us when we worry and be like, what's wrong with this child? We are telling him that he's not capable. I don't want you to worry. Because when you worry about situations, when you worry about issues of life, you are inviting ailment into your system, hypertension, high blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. So, worrying doesn't solve any problem. That is why what is important in life, you know it? Give your life to Christ. Serve Him. Let Him and see how He would be sorting you out. My coming to America wasn't what I planned. Those who know me know. I had my job in Nigeria. I was living. Some people will say I live large. It's not boasting. It's not anything. I eat what I want to eat. I mean, I wear what I want to wear. I had a job. I was fine. And traveling wasn't an issue. Because don't forget, if I've said it a lot of time, I'm a journalist. So our traveling journalists, for journalists, it's not a big deal. Because we travel a lot on our jobs. There was a time my editor said, where are you working now? Is it abroad or here? or our office in Abuja? He just said it jokingly. So, what am I saying with travel? So, travel is the issue. The landmark, I'm telling you this so that you will know that you don't need an intermediary between you and God. These are the things your pastors know. They know you are lazy. You can't listen to God yourself. So they capitalize on that. So when you want to wee, you have to tell your pastor. When you hear wild gecko in your house, you see a wild gecko by the wall, which is normal. You have to call your pastor. When some rats do in your kitchen, For your information, recently I told my tailor in Abuja, I sold my clothes from Abuja. I said, please, if you wanted to send some clothes to me, I said, buy me some, I don't want to mention the name. You know that capsule that we used to kill rats in Nigeria? I said, buy it and put it in the luggage for me. She said, auntie, yeah, that rat. I said, rats, they here. She said, eh, really? Are they white? Which one? Everywhere there's rats. so, so you hear, so the stuff came. I put in their in fish for them. So you hear rat in your kitchen. Hello, pastor. Hey, I just hear rat now. God is your father. I've said it a lot of time. God doesn't have grandchildren. He only has children. So I was having my morning devotion in the morning, and I heard it is time for you to relocate. I never planned to travel. That's why I'm telling you that traveling wasn't an issue for me. All right. I have 3 passports already that I've filled up with visas. It's time for you to to relocate. Prior to I come to this country for conferences. I belong to IRE, Investigative Reporters and Editors. We have our conferences here. So I said, okay, I will renew my UK visa and go to the UK. Why? I have a friend there. Because prior to that time, a few months before that time, I had returned from the UK. The Thomas Reuters Foundation invited me for an award on investigative journalism. We were 8 journalists all over the world that were shortlisted for that award. So I went to London and I came back, and that instruction came, and I said, okay, I'll go. Because I have a friend in London that I can stay with, so accommodation will not be a problem. That was my calculation. But the voice said, no, you are going to the US. That was those who know me one-on-one know this testimony. That was the beginning of my journey. What am I saying? God talks to us. I don't care if people say they can't, is a lie, God doesn't. That's their own. I don't have a father who doesn't talk to me. If you and your father doesn't talk, then you are quarreling. So if I and God are not quarreling, then we should talk. I'm telling you this so that you know that you have a father. He's not your grandpa. You are not his grandchild. You have access to him. Give life to him. Be close to him. Intimacy. That's what he needs. Into me and see. Intimacy. Can you imagine you have your wife, your husband, you're at home together. Can you imagine as a man, your wife just came back from the bathroom and she put down the towel and she was rubbing cream, and you came into the room and she began to look for what to use to cover herself. She began to look for towels. She so be naked with God. That's what I'm trying to say. Be naked with God. He knows you more than you know yourself. So what is important in life? Give your life to him. Because even as we speak, rapture can happen. It will one day. If you think it will not, it will. Don't forget whatever anybody is telling you. It will happen. Give your life to him, serve him, and leave everything to God. If your children are with you, you can't protect them. That is why I told you that my story. So when you are worried, you are telling God that he's incapable. People, I don't like doing long videos. You know me by now. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just felt that it will touch somebody. Where you are today is the prayer point of somebody. It's a prayer point for somebody. Somebody wants to be where you are. So whatever, whatever your desire is, whatever you are trusting God for, Just relax your mind. Somebody told me one day that you are just looking for a job. I said, Ara Galatia lèmi, mi ò ní rònú. You know Yoruba Bible? I have Yoruba Bible. He said, aláìní rònú ara Galatia. It's so funny. Yoruba is very rich. There are some words in Yoruba that English cannot be translated to English. That verse in the Bible says foolish Galatian. No, aláìní rònú is not the same as being foolish. So I just jokingly said, ara Galatia ni. He said, what do you mean? I mean, you don't know. When I hit the bed, it's to tomorrow. God gave me that anointing to sleep. So when you are worried, you are tossing around up and down on your bed. Relax. Relax. Important thing, give your life to him. Serve him. He will take care of the rest. The things you don't ask for. I said it in the short video I dropped in the morning. The things I don't ask for are the things he's doing most of the time. I'll be like, really, Daddy, thank you. That's what I do too. If I'm talking here, talking to God, you'll be like, it'll be as if he's sitting next to me. Daddy, oh, if there's anything and I want to say, okay, Daddy, I want to say we continue tomorrow. That's it. Is it that she doesn't have anything she's designed? No. But then, the person who created you, he is the potter, you are the clay. So says the Bible. He knows how to do everything. He knows what vessel to make you into that you'll be useful to him. Release yourself to him. Don't struggle with him. And he will perfect everything. Thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts. Our husbands in the house, why don't you dance in church? You let me know. Maybe we'll do deliverance for you. Until I come your way tomorrow, my name is Itunu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your calls, your messages on WhatsApp, on YouTube. I'm going to reply to every one of them. God bless you. And I'm going to see you again tomorrow. God willing, tomorrow is Americans' independence. So we are on a holiday tomorrow. All right. I love you like no man's business. Thank you so much. Bye for now.